After School Special Podcast. After School Special Podcast. After School Special Podcast. After School Special Podcast.
Grimace, here's some happy news about McDonald's Happy Meal.
Now, instead of a hamburger, you can get
Ass chicken McNuggets with regular fries and regular soft drink.
Oh, boy, they should be on the front page.
They already are.
When you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal, you get one of 4 different Lego building sets, great by themselves. Or when you put all 4 sets together and build even bigger toys, you can collect all 4, a different set each week at participating McDonald's.
Well, we do all want to be happy.
Well, we do want to be happy, but this kind of goes against the Happy Meal gestalt, which is, hey, they're for kids and we're going to bribe them with toys. So the idea that there's going to be Happy Meals with toys for grown-ups, what's going on there? Mickey D's is pretty straightforward about it. They see it as a nostalgia play. They see grown-ups as thinking, well, Happy Meals, those bring back good memories, even having the little toy inside, kind of like a Cracker Jack box. So let's make them for grown-ups.
Yo, 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 this is your pal, Uncle Staffman, coming to you live from the Underbelly with another fantastic episode. This one is going to be about McDonald's Happy Meals. But before we get into Happy Meals, more specifically Happy Meal toys, I want to say that this episode is sponsored by Uncle Salty's Catfish Emporium, where their motto is, you buy, we fry. Again, Uncle Salty's Catfish Emporium, you buy, we fry. And on with the show. So, yeah, the McDonald's Happy Meals has been around for a long time. And one of the things that makes it unique is the toy that you would get in the package. Just a little history, the Happy Meal, which made its debut in 1979, helps brings about $10 million to McDonald's every year. It gets about $10 million just off the Happy Meal alone. If you're like me, there was a lot of fun Happy Meal toys in the box, and they had a lot of fascinating items. So let's get right into it. The first one was the 1970s mascots. So you had like stuffed Ronald McDonald dolls, and they were very popular with the customer. So I'm looking at this off of qualitylogoproducts.com. So feel free to take a look. And yeah, it's just a doll. Not in the traditional sense. It's like a stuffed piece of cloth with the printed character on the front. 1977 brought about the kitchenware, which was the reusable souvenir glasses and the plates. The glasses were 49 cents and the fun plates were $1. The kitchenware continued to be sold at selected restaurants throughout the 90s. Now, McDonald's did this a couple times because I remember they did the souvenir glasses for Batman Forever. And they also did the plates for Hercules. So I do remember that. 1979, the Happy Meal was born. The box had a circus theme and came with fries, cookies, and a soft drink. And the toys were McDoodler, stencils, McWrist wallets, and small bracelets, puzzles, erasers, or a spinning top. 1979, McDonald's partnered with Star Trek, the motion picture, to offer themed Happy Meal toys from the movie. It was the first time that the chain came up to promote a TV show, video game, or movie, and they haven't gone back since, which is true because I don't know if it's just me, but I think they partner mostly with Disney when Disney items come out. So I have noticed that. In 1982 specifically, there was a Playmobil Happy Meal toy, and they were recalled because of choking hazards for kids under 3. They had legal trouble that led to 10 million Playmobil Happy Meal toys having to be recalled because kids under 3 were choking on the product. Customers were given a box of cookies and an ice cream cone or a refund in exchange. So even then, McDonald's was frugal. The next one here is a popular staple with McDonald's, and they still cycle these out, are the Hot Wheels, or what are called the boy and girl toys, which would be Hot Wheels or a Barbie doll. So that kind of happened in 1983. And in this gender-neutral world, the language is no longer used currently. So it's just you either want a Barbie or you want a Hot Wheel. McDonald's tries to keep things simple now. 1984 was the release of the Ghostbuster toys in the Happy Meal. So this was the Ghostbusters from the animated series, and it looks pretty cool. So it says here that toys from the original movie came out in June. So you had a summer release, and then you had the Marshmallow Man, Slimer, Egon, Ray, Stan, and the Ecto One. So you had that. So 1985, the year I was born, was the My Little Ponies, which was very popular in the 80s. So these were the pony dolls with the brushable hair that came out, and they came back in the 90s and the 2000s. So those were the toys that were picked for that time. And then 1986 was the American Tail storybooks that came in the Happy Meal, which followed the adventures of Fievel. Now, just to go off on a tangent, Fievel was a really good movie. It was this tale of a Jewish mouse and his family going from, I believe it was Russia to New York, and classic movie. I think it was Don Bluth was the animator on that. But there's a little overlap because there was a book that came out called Mouse, which was written by Art Spiegelman, which talks about a Jewish mouse and his time during the Holocaust. And I believe there was some legal trouble between the two medias, the film and the book. So that's a little fact that I don't think a lot of people are aware of. 1986 in Halloween, they came out with the Boo Buckets. So the McPumpkin, the McGoblin, and the McBoo. And I remember these, and they just re-released these in October. And you can get these buckets, but I don't think they have the same tops. So I got the Goblin. I still need to collect the Pumpkin and the Ghost. So looking forward to doing that. 1987, I definitely remember these. These were the Transformer McRobots. So these were like little mini robots that could transform into different McDonald products. The McNuggets, milkshake, egg McMuffin, and the Quarter Pounder. And they had these robot caricatures that would come out when you transformed them. So that was pretty neat. That same year, it brought about the Muppet Baby toys. And the Muppet Baby toys was Miss Piggy, Fozzie, Kermit, and Gonzo, all riding on different vehicles. Skateboard, rocking horse, scooter, and a big wheel. And those are vintage. So I'm pretty sure you can go on eBay and find those. 1987 to 1991 brought about the Brave Little Toaster, Little Mermaid, Cinderella, 101 Dalmatians, and the Rescuer Down Under books that came out in the Happy Meal. This is McDonald's hitting their stride, teaming up with Disney for toys inspired by their movies. So those were the different toys that came out. It looks like they were books. And I think there were a couple toys, but they don't have them listed. In 1988 brought about the Chicken McNuggets, which were different little plastic McNuggets with eyes and a mouth that were dressed in different costumes. The Nugget Buddies was the name of the crew, because you had the Fry Kids, the Nugget Buddies, all the different characters from McDonald Land. But there was a fry, shake, and hamburger I know that are actually coming out as a Funko Pop series. So be on the lookout for that.
Hey babies, you liking the show? Well, thanks. Leave a 5-star rating and a comment, please. Do you want to see the guys' faces? Well, they got YouTube videos. It comes out every Wednesday before the episode comes out on Friday. You can watch this podcast on any major platform you listen to. Rate 5 stars and comment. Thanks, babies.
In 1990, there was a McDonald's group of collectors called the Collectors Club that started in Ohio. And they started to collect the McDonald's toys that were made famous by the fast food giant. So this led to the Ninja Turtle cups, which was one of 4 collectible Ninja Turtle drinking cups. They are now selling on eBay for $25. And then you had the United Airlines offered Happy Meals minus fries because they didn't reheat well on some of the flights from 1991 to 2001. At first, the Happy Meals were only available on trips going to Disneyland, but eventually expanded to any flight nationwide. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, they're right. Them fries, you can only eat them fresh and hot. If you try to eat them reheated, they do not taste good. 1991 brought about the Dino Changeables. These were dinosaurs that could change into different McDonald products. So I remember the T-Rex, I think, was a Happy Meal box. The pterodactyl was the pancake container. But yeah, there's pretty good pictures that you can find on the site that I mentioned, Quality Logo Products. Then you had the Batman vehicles from Batman Return, which featured Batman, Robin, Catwoman, and the Penguin, all riding in their stylized vehicles. And that was 1992. 93 brought about the Earth Day toys, which was a bird feeder, binocular, shovel, and terrarium. So you had that. Then you had the birthday train toys. So this is when McDonald's started to release toys that you had to collect them all to start a train where the characters would move as you move the train. So it would be like Kermit carrying Miss Piggy and they're on a record player. And then you would hook Buster and Babs Bunny was the next toy that you would collect and add it to the front. And you just wheel them around. So it was fun for collectors to do that. It was 9 pieces, which included the Berenstain Bears and E.T. And 1995, that's when the Spider-Man toys came out in January. And in June, it was the Batman Forever glasses that I was talking about, which were pretty popular at that time. 95, you had the Spooky Sounds cassette tapes from McDonald's. Then you had the Ronald McDonald's Land characters dressed up in the Halloween costumes. And then 96, Space Jam, which was pulling in $230.4 million, had the Space Jam toys where they were all on basketball courts, and you would have to collect them and connect them, and each character did something different. So they fit like a puzzle piece together. 97, the Hercules plates came out. So that led to Disney making a comeback with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Sleeping Beauty, The Jungle Book, and The Little Mermaid, and 101 Dalmatian toys coming out around that year. 1998 to 1999, the Happy Meals in the 90s were all that in a bag of chips with rad toys like Tamagotchis, Hot Wheels, Barbies, Legos, and Doug action figures. Also, the time that the Teeny Beanie Babies came out, which was so popular that it led to a craze, and they were available until 2004 and then made a comeback in 2009. And then 1999, you also had the Furbies, which were not the actual Furbies but plastic counterparts that could be used as mini keychains. The 2000s, that was a change. So you had mini skateboards if you wore Jinko jeans, gelled hair, and rocked a silver chain link necklace. So they were really aiming for a certain group of people. So yeah, that was the mini skateboards that you could do with your fingers. 2003, they had the mini video games from Sega. So you had like Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Monkey Ball. 2004, the adult Happy Meal was a way to appeal to grown-ups instead of kids. The meal included a salad, bottle of Dasani water, small pedometer, and 15-minute fitness DVD related to yoga, core, cardio, and strength training. 2006 was the Build-A-Bears because that opened in 97, so they started teaming up with them. Kids Bop's CDs were available, and that was located at some restaurants. 2010, they had the Roald Dahl Happy Meal, which had famous little books from Roald Dahl in there. 2011, they changed from doing fries to apple slices because childhood obesity was at an all-time rise. And they still do that. But they also give you the option for extra fries, too. So, I mean, is it really helping? I don't know. I doubt it. 2012, of course, there was the Summer Game SpongeBob toys. And SpongeBob has been a phenom since its first arrival on the screen. You also had the 2013 ebooks that you could download, as well as QR codes that parents could scan with their smartphone. Hamburger University in 2014 is a place for McDonald hopeful to learn what it takes to manage the restaurant. The school offers a bookstore with a bunch of cool swag with HU located on it. They weren't in the Happy Meals, but these were just some items that you could get from Hamburger University. Then they had the emoji plushies that came out, and the McPlay app. You could scan the emoji and have more fun on there with that. Then there was the Pop Sockets in 2018, which could go on the back of your phone, which had like different food from McDonald's located on there. 2019, to celebrate McDonald's, the Happy Meal's 40th anniversary, They brought in the Furbies, the McNugget Buddies, Power Rangers, My Little Ponies, and classic toys came out. And then McDonald's started going a different route with more classic online store merch like beanie hats, pins, t-shirts, and ultra cool burger-shaped umbrellas. Then they also started doing merch in 2020 that were like candles. And these limited edition candles smelled like ketchup, pickles, cheese, and other quarter pounder ingredients and sold out fast.
Hey guys, if you like to see us in the flesh, we have video highlights of our episodes we release on every Wednesday before the new episode that comes out Friday. As always, you can catch this podcast on any major platform you listen to podcasts. Please make sure to rate us 5 stars and comment on how you're liking the show. After School Special Podcast.
It's this lady and she's like, "Hi, welcome to my vagina."
After School Special Podcast.
What robot pet starts out speaking a unique language, but eventually speaks English? Gloopy? The fuck is a gloopy?
Podcast comes out every Friday.
So yeah, that was pretty much the majority of everything that's going on with McDonald's. But there's some things that weren't listed. So they had the Cactus Flea Market Happy Meal. There's an adult Happy Meal that comes with toy nuggets or a Big Mac. And the toy features either Grimace, Birdie, Hamburglar, or the Cactus Flea Market mascot, which is a smiley face with 4 eyes. So it has that. Like I said, the McBuckets are back out, so they have those. And they cycle the Hot Wheels and they cycle the Barbie toys every year. So who knows where McDonald's might go next, but they always try to partner with what's popular to get the kids to get what they want when they get to McDonald's. So that is the list of some of the popular toys that came from McDonald's Happy Meals, and I'm sure other restaurants had some deals as well. I know Burger King back in the day had a Disney deal with the Lion King, so they did that twice if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's it. So this one was going to be brief. My next episode I'm looking to do is take it back to ancient aliens and Greek gods. So be on the lookout for that episode coming soon, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.
Hey everyone, it's Aaron from After School Special Podcast. Like what you hear so far? But don't forget to subscribe and download the show on whatever platform you get your podcasts. And just a friendly reminder, we have new episodes out every Friday. Thanks for listening, everyone.
If you wore Jinko jeans, gelled hair, and rocked a silver chain link necklace.